experiencing a far better adoption rate than the other subjects.
I'm still pulling him out. He's been in there way too long.
No, not yet. We're still so far from where we need to be.
We shouldn't risk it.
What's another hour or two?
Why don't we discuss this in the conference room? Give Desmond a minute to stretch his legs.
I really don't see the need.
Warren, please.
Fine.
Okay, what is happening, y'all? Kupakage here, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed. And before we do anything else, I wanted to see if I can mess with the sound, but it won't let me. So we got to deal with the loud sound that we have here, but I'm going to drop the volume when we get back into Altaïr's shoes. First, let's go and eavesdrop. Oh, that's right. You have to eavesdrop in his room. That's right. I don't think it saved my controls. The look sensitivity is kind of crappy.
Man, I can't even change my clothes.
I don't appreciate your questioning my authority in front of the prisoner. There's a word for that. I believe it's called insubordination.
And I don't appreciate you trying to kill him. There's a word for that, too. I believe it's called stupid.
Lucy, this isn't my decision. I don't set the deadlines, but I'm smart enough not to challenge them. Do you want to wind up like Layla?
I know the accident has everyone on edge.
Which is why there's no time to coddle him.
If you push him too hard, he'll shut down, and then we'll have nothing.
We have nothing now.
But we will. You just need to have a little faith.
Fine, but I want you thinking of ways to improve his staying power. We can't afford to stop every time the man breaks a sweat. It's bad enough we have to traipse through all of these useless memories.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, let's get back out there before we get busted. Also, as I stated in the last video, I did drop the frame rate. I locked it at 120. We're going to see how that looks. Come on out, friends who have me wrongfully imprisoned.
We're done for today, Mr. Miles. I suggest you return to your room and get some rest.
Look at these server stacks. Also, once Vidic leaves and Lucy stays, I should be able to get the conversation options out of Lucy. So we'll hang tight for a moment.
So you're really an assassin? Like Altaïr?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
I was supposed to be one, but I ran away from the farm when I was 16.
Farm?
Yeah, that's what they called the place where I grew up. The farm. Like Messiah, I guess. Only not so, creepy. Just a small community in the middle of nowhere. About 30 of us living, you know, off the grid.
Why?
Thought my parents were just crazy hippies trying to stick it to the man, you know? My dad was always going on about our enemies, how they'd be looking for us, how we'd have to be prepared. No one ever came. Nothing ever happened.
Why'd you run away?
I could never leave the compound. You have any idea what it feels like being trapped in a place, knowing there was a whole world out there I'd never get to see?
Don't you miss your parents?
No. As far as I'm concerned, they weren't my parents. They were my wardens, and I was their prisoner.
It sounds like they only wanted to protect you.
With all that's happened, I don't know. I guess they were right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up the past.
It's all right. Gives me something to think about.
Try and get some sleep. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
Got a question for you before I turn in.
Sure.
How did they find me? I mean, I haven't been anywhere near another assassin for 10 years.
Use your real name?
Nope. Not before today.
Credit cards?
Cash only.
Telephone?
There's no one to call.
Driver's license?
Motorcycle. Guilty pleasure.
There's your answer. Photo, fingerprint.
This is a drug company. What does Abstergo have to do with the DMV?
Desmond, these guys are everywhere. They... I'm sorry, I really can't talk about it.
And once the door opens, that means we really aren't talking anymore.
Aren't you tired?
I'm never tired. Okay, to bed with Desmond.
Damn it, they locked the door.
Ah! I mean, it's a decent enough bed, let's be honest. It's not like it's a prison slab or anything. That's creepy.
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
We're always watching you. Now get up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, wonder who I get to kill today.
Don't be so cavalier. Your ancestors almost had the right idea, Mr. Miles. If the deaths of a few people, evil people, no less, could save the lives of thousands more, well, it seems a small sacrifice.
What do you mean, almost?
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired analogy, corruption is no different than cancer. Cut out the tumors, but fail to treat the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true change to be had without comprehensive, systemic intervention.
Chemo for the masses.
Education, re-education, to be more precise. But it's not easy, and it doesn't always take.
Let me guess. You've got a better solution. What is it then?
Now that would be telling.
Alright, back into Altaïr's shoes. Who is most certainly not dead. Hang on, is there an actual credit? Not what I intended.
Ready to...
Should you cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave the area in order to avoid upsetting civilians further.
I am alive. But I saw you stab me. Felt death's embrace.
You saw what I wanted you to see, and then you slept the sleep of the dead, of the womb, that you might awake and be reborn.
I love listening to the dialogue and everything, but I have to fix this audio, man. We're gonna up the voice audio, lower sound effect, lower music. I want to hear the voices. Background music should just be background music. Let's see how much better this sounds.
To what end?
Do you remember, Altaïr, what it is the assassin fight for?
Peace. In all things.
Yes, in all things. It is not enough to end the violence one man commits upon another. It refers to peace within as well. You cannot have one without the other.
Okay. Back to some more changes. We're gonna drop the music volume a little bit more.
So it is said.
So it is! But you, my son, have not found inner peace. It manifests in ugly ways. You are arrogant and overconfident.
Were you not the one to say that nothing is true and everything is permitted?
You do not understand the true meaning of the phrase, my child. It does not grant you the freedom to do as you wish. It is a knowledge meant to guide your senses. It expects a wisdom you clearly lack.
Then what is to become of me?
I should kill you for the pain you've brought upon us. Malik thinks it only fair. Your life in exchange for his brother's. But this would be a waste of my time and your talents. You'll see you have been stripped of your possessions, your rank as well. You are a novice, a child once more, as you were on the day you first joined our order. I am offering you a chance at redemption. You'll earn your way back into the Brotherhood.
I assume you've something planned.
First, you must prove to me you remember how to be an assassin.
So you'd have me take a life?
No. Not yet, at least. For now, you're to become a student once again.
There is no need for this.
Others tracked your targets for you, but no more. From today on, you will track them yourself.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
Then tell me what it is that I must do.
We have been betrayed. Someone was assisting Robert de Sable, one of our own. You must find him and bring him here for questioning.
What can you tell me of the traitor?
Ah, but that's just it. I've given you all I will. The rest is up to you.
Look at all the things I've lost. Don't even have a weapon. Do I have the hidden blade at least? I don't even have that. Okay, so this is the beginning of sequence 2, in which we do a small mission in Masyaf to get at least our hidden blade and sword back.
Safety and peace, Altaïr.
You're in my way.
Yes, Al-Mualim has asked that I assist you. Remind you how it is we hunt our prey.
I know how it works.
Be that as it may, I have no desire to disobey.
Then be quick.
The Assassin have many tools at their disposal.
Yes, yes. We can eavesdrop, we can pickpocket, or we can use violence to intimidate.
Good, you remember.
So you'd have me walk amongst the others and learn what I can about the traitor?
Yes. Begin by going to the village market. That's where we first spotted the traitor.
You know who it is?
Perhaps.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works. Now go. And remember, begin your search in the village market.
As I was stating, a few things that we're going to be doing in this playthrough. One, eventually we are going to do a complete guide on the Masyaf flags. However, a few of them are not available until much later in the game, whenever you talk to Al-Mualim and he unlocks the garden area at the Masyaf fortress. So I'm going to do my best to avoid picking up any of the flags. There's one right there. I'm going to do my best to avoid them completely. Second thing, I wanted to tackle this series sequence by sequence. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to knock out the Masyaf tutorial whenever we, get our main mission. Go into the kingdom and quickly bolt our way to Damascus, I think is the first city. That's where we're going to wind up ending off. But first, we have an eavesdrop. What's up, boys? Nah, don't mind me. Don't mind me.
I know what I saw. Musun opened the gate. He let the Templars in.
Then you must tell Al-Mualim.
I can't. Musun did not act alone. Someone inside the fortress helped him.
What makes you say this?
He exchanges letters with someone inside. The basket weaver carries them for him.
That's no reason to stay silent.
Ah, but the weaver delivered him a letter just before the attack. I suspect it held the order to open the gate.
Then speak to the weaver. He can name Masun's accomplice.
He's disappeared, hiding for fear of being dragged into this.
Probably inside one of his own baskets.
Now we locate our basket weaver. Can't remember if this is a pickpocket. Yeah, this is a pickpocket.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this about the letter?
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you wish.
Need to get to, pocket picked. Next up, we locate this man.
Now, why is he doing that?
Hang on, if I climb buildings, I am far more likely to accidentally run across a flag.
We stand upon the threshold between this world and a new one, a better place where
Nope,
all
no
might
flag.
live as equals. But man, like Al-Mualim, would see this dream destroyed. 2 days' attack was but the first, and more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies.
Alright, so to my understanding, you can just randomly just start throwing hands with this guy, but people will come to his defense. You have to get him to a secluded location and then fist fight him. Or, if you just don't care, you can just start throwing hands and hope for the best. But at this stage of the game, you likely don't have the HP to take a beating in a protracted fight. So I'm gonna just do it the right way. The right way, the smart way. Let's fight without combos. Hey, buddy.
Is it a fight you want?
Enough!
I yield! I yield!
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We serve the Templars. You should too. Their cause is just.
We?
Jamal. He told me of their plans. Asked me to open the gate.
You betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
I did what I believed was right. And if you must kill me for it, so be it. I am not afraid to die.
Your fate is not for me to decide. It's Al-Mualim who will judge.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
You stand accused of betraying our brotherhood and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to these charges?
I deny nothing. I'm proud of what I did. My only regret is that they failed.
I offer you a chance to repent, to renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die. You did well, Altaïr, and have earned the right to carry a blade once more.
What will become of the one who helped him?
It remains to be seen. Some do ill out of ignorance or fear. These men can be saved. Others suffer from corrupted wills, their minds poisoned and twisted. These men must be destroyed. Soon enough, we'll know what sort of man Jamal is.
I've passed your test then. What now?
Oh, my child. We've only just begun. I hold here a list. 9 names adorn it. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers, war makers. Their power and influence corrupts the land and ensures the crusades continue. You will find them. Kill them. In doing so, you'll sow the seeds of peace, both for the region and for yourself. In this way, you might be redeemed.
9 lives in exchange for mine.
A most generous offer, I think. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
Very well. Ride for Damascus. Seek out the black market merchant named Tamir. Let him be the first to fall. Be sure to visit the city's assassin bureau when you arrive. I'll dispatch a bird to inform the Rafik of your arrival. Speak with him. You'll find he has much to offer.
if you believe it best.
I do. Besides, you cannot begin your mission without his consent.
What nonsense is this? I don't need his permission. It's a waste of time.
It's the price you pay for the mistakes you've made. You answer not only to me, but all the Brotherhood as well now.
So be it.
Take your equipment and go. Prove that you are not yet lost to us.
Sword, check. Hidden blade, check. Now, if I remember right, we get bum rushed on our way out to basically go through combat training, even though I've been combat training the entire game up to this point.
Altaïr, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Perhaps. Ah!
Perfect. The work of a master. That, my students, is how we all should fight.
Your life ends now.
That's it. Exit tutorial.
You must be busy. I understand.
I am quite busy, you know, saving the Holy Land and stuff. But it is time to leave. Gonna make our way down the hill, make our way through Masyaf, onto a horse and straight to Damascus. Now, you know what? I'll save my spiel for when we get out to the kingdom, because we have to have something to talk about while I'm out there.
That man seems to be.
Excuse me, I'm gonna have to clear my throat. Just had to do a quick throat clear, don't mind me. Oh, hidden blade it is. Oh.
Unbelievable.
And I also got a bar of HP. We'll take the black horse. Yes, yes, I know. Almost there.
When you have been exposed to the guards, break their line.
Alright, my friends, welcome to the kingdom. The biggest waste of space in gaming history. If I remember right, it's going to force me to do the first viewpoint.
What's going on?
So, in the kingdom, there are a handful of Templar soldiers that are basically collectibles that you can kill. And I think there is, I believe, I don't think, I know, there is 100 King Richard the Lionheart flags, the kingdom flags. We will be tackling those in a longer video, but again, just like the Masyaf flags, the entire kingdom is not available until shortly before the final sequence of the game. I think it's the second to last sequence of the game. In other words, we can't do it. At least not yet. There it is, our first viewpoint. So, since we do not have the ability to fast travel yet, I'm gonna subject you guys to riding through the kingdom while I, you know, ride and talk a bit. Not much to ride and talk about, though. Any other time I need to come out here for whatever reason, I think I'm just gonna skip it. We're just gonna treat it as a fast travel. How about that? On my own time, I will tackle all the viewpoints in the kingdom that have the map fully uncovered. And then we're going to target the Templars and the King Richard flags in separate videos. I want them to serve as guides if possible. Yeah, they're gonna attack me at some point. See what I mean, though? Big, wide open, empty space. There's just nothing out here, man. This is such a... I mean, I get it. It was ambitious. It was 2007. Very ambitious to even have it set up this way, but it just feels like a waste of space. As a matter of fact, I take it back. It was 2007, yet here we are in 2024. Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out recently, and Ubisoft learned nothing, because that world is also empty. It's just not this empty. Yep, see, there's a kingdom flag right there. Just ignore me, friends. I'm just driving by. Or riding by. Oh, they're gonna get pissed.
I will catch you.
I mean, I knew they would. Well, we're closing in on Damascus. Or Damask, I think is the proper pronunciation for Syrians. I'm not sure, though. The extent of my foreign language is Spartacus, so judge me if you will. But there it is, the entrance to the city. Our first stop.
The short blade is best for quickly fending off monsters.
And now that we have arrived in Damascus, we are going to call it quits here. When we come back, we're going to start Damascus. I believe we're going to gain entry to the city. I'm going to show you guys the location of the viewpoints, at least on the map, by taking the first viewpoint and showing on the map. I'll also do a quick tutorial on the citizen rescue missions. They're easy, but just for the sake of inclusion, I'm going to include it in the video before I skip ahead and do all of those on my own. And if we have time, we're going to start at... I think we'll at least do the Templar hunt. We'll knock out the Templars in the first district. I want to save the flags for another video. But, until then, I will see you all next time.